Feature Friday.
The freshest.
Well, this is going to be the first time we actually check out Choni Raina, or
Tochi Raina.
Tochi Raina, and Rekha Bharadwaj. I do apologize. It's quite hard to pronounce all these names.
But it's composed by Pritanka.
Yes, who we're quite familiar with, and the song is called Kabira. So let's give it a watch. And he has a Deepika Padukone, which is never a bad thing. It's always nice to look at that woman. But go on.
Yep.
Let's break this down. It's been very requested lately.
Yeah. Aw, what a beautiful beginning already. Oh, wow.
Obviously, this is a
Departure.
parting way, but you know what? There's barely any kissing in a lot of Bollywood
films.
movies that I've watched. Oh, I've only seen two.
True, they don't kiss in the Three
That
Idiots
very often.
either.
Yeah, is that sort of like is that common, or is it just the movies that we're sort of watched that don't have that much sort of, romantic?
I never really realized that they were like PG-12.
Yeah, because there's also other movie industries. So, for example, in Korea, that is quite similar. The kissing scenes are kind of pushed as far out, and the anticipation is built
big.
up as much as possible. And then the kiss is like a pretty normal kiss compared to Western standards.
Oh yeah, good point.
You know,
but it hits different.
Yeah. And the cinematography that's actually commendable, because it really does build up everything. So
Yeah.
I don't know, we're not yet very familiar with the whole Indian movie industry yet. Just like the kind of like Bollywood, and then there's also from the south, the east, the north, the west. So is it a thing, or is it just the movies we've watched? Like Bajirao Mastani, we just did a review of that. That one is probably more because the historical sort of elements of things, probably.
It was all very suggested, nothing really physical.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole of the movie.
Like instead of kissing, they hug, or
That's right.
when they sort of
anything intimate it's just really getting close to each other. Basically, there's no physical representation of what the intimacy actually implied.
It's actually quite tastefully done, but it
is.
is obviously very different to comparison to what we're sort of used to watching here in the West, where everyone's just fucking.
Brilliant.
But this is a departure. I don't think they're gonna kiss.
Well,
It reminds me of High School Musical too.
Oh my God!
I gotta say, what's on my mind?
Something about us.
Yeah, go
but
on.
with better music.
And actually, Vanessa Hudgens is a really attractive woman. So I won't say Deepika. It's like both very pretty.
Hi, friend. Oh my God.
Oh, they
He
broke
is
up.
distraught in the middle of nowhere.
Fuck.
I mean, come on, let's
Done.
take a minute for this
It's
man.
done.
He is dead inside. That's it. His soul walked away with her. That's just what it is. There's no way to describe this facial expression. Death. From within.
Yeah, slow burning.
It's like this is the death of the heart.
Right, go on. Can it be rebuilt?
See, and the lights slowly fade in the background. And also, who directed this?
The movie.
Who directed this? Singer Lyrics movie?
I don't know. The actual movie is called Giovanni Hai Devani.
I need to
Giovanni,
know.
sorry.
I need to know, because that is just beautiful.
By the way, so far,
directed.
musically speaking, the beginning, very beautiful in terms of the
String arrangements,
yeah.
straight from the beginning.
But it's actually quite juxtaposed to the whole scenery that they're painting, except for the guitar, which does seem to create this great effect, which we were able to sort of allude to the whole High School Musical reference of departure, of the parting away of things. However, it's really interesting that vocally, pull it back,
Yes.
they bit too far.
Oh, sorry.
Where this might just be typical to the female vocal in Indian movies, which is very sought after. It doesn't generate this kind of complete heartbreak feel yet. So play it. It's more of a reminiscent rather than.
That's brilliant! What you're hearing, vocally speaking, is actually a lot of like thought process, nostalgia, like a bit of like like you said, reminiscing. There's a taste of past and present kind of convoluted together, but it's actually really well carried musically speaking, because the string sections open up with such a big swell. There is no anticipation to it. Obviously, we haven't seen the scene that comes before it, but the swell of the strings comes right of the beginning of the song, which lets you know there's a lot of convoluted feelings. It's a lot of emotions.
Though, if you look at this, right, so the world still carried on,
Yes.
right? And he sort of, he's obviously going through his own inner turmoil.
And there is a lot of there's a festivity, there's like a festival.
There's lots of brightness.
Yes.
Still, there's lots of happiness.
Yes.
So that's probably what the choice of that acoustic guitar, because the
Yes.
acoustic guitar isn't on a minor chord.
Campfire.
Exactly.
Heightened emotion.
But the undulations of the vocals do create this, sort of what would you call it? It's like a depiction of turmoil, musically speaking.
A lost for something.
Go on, yeah, I agree.
Just the scenery is stunning.
That's sick visuals.
And then we have a completely different take, a completely different shot from down to up of this really intense blue skies, completely different change of outfits. This is a different day or a different moment in the day. But you're also seeing a swell and a growth in the different in the vocals and in the music itself.
I like a lot that change.
See, it's like the heightened vocals change.
Going bigger.
So is this the sunrise?
Yeah,
Or
I
are
think
we seeing the sunset?
right, because I
Okay.
think they were partying all night, right?
Right,
So
okay.
he sort of.
Is the progression of the same moment? I see.
I really like how in movies, especially just the movies that we've been exposed to, water is utilized in such manners, man. Like
yes,
here
he's
again,
eating, yeah.
but he's washing his feet,
Yes.
right? Again, this is probably cultural, and it probably resembles something that is far beyond my understanding of the culture.
Mm-hmm.
But for you guys, if you're watching from India, or maybe you're more familiar with kind of the Indian movie industry and music industry, this might be like, oh, this represents this. But it represents so much. It's like such symbolism,
Indeed.
Maybe he's trying to wash away the dirt off of him, in the sense of he's trying to move on, or maybe he's trying to cleanse his sins.
Or kind of like wash away the pain with it. Because there's this saying of like your feet drag when you're in pain. When
Right.
your heartache, your feet drag. There's this common saying that, who broke his heart? Why is he dragging his feet? So I think perhaps it comes from perhaps that same symbolism.
But then, musically speaking, it
It's a
rises
lift.
up. It's a lift, right?
Yes.
But then it rises up to the actual beat, right? Which is, it's time to move on.
And he changes singer.
Yes. So it's like, it's time to move on.
And the sun rises.
It's the symbolism of, yes, we are in pain, but we will keep moving
Yeah.
with the pain and carry the bag.
Can't wait to read
Go
the
on.
lyrics. Can't wait to read the lyrics.
We
because-
will at the end. Please stay tuned until the end. You'll get to see our sort of breakdown of the lyrics as well.
Growth, the change.
He's accepted his mistake.
That's right. It's like it's a completely
Well, that's
different.
beautiful.
You know what? I was gonna say the set. These are real places. This is not built
No.
for the movie. How cool!
His reflection, right?
They traveled a lot.
They went to London as well. I saw that.
And Chicago, and they had a lot of like memories built together.
You know what this feels like? Again, just a wild guess. Sometimes we get them right, sometimes we get them wrong. Apparently, you get them more right than fucking anyone I've ever seen in my life as well. And,
I am trying to piece the thing together yet. I still don't know.
fuck it, I don't care being wrong. This
Give me
feels
your-
like it's a summer fling, but he's falling in love. You know, people travel in the summer and all that shit.
Oh yeah, great point.
You know, that's movies that they sort of travel in the summer.
Yes.
And then, it's time to move on. Like, this
The
is...
summer's coming
this
to
is
an
what
end. This is it.
Yeah. Oh, maybe she wasn't ready to fall in love either, and now they're both in pain that they're falling in love because they know they're not gonna see each other ever again. I don't know.
I love that.
That could be it. I'm not crying. I've actually got something in my eye.
I don't.
Well, I think I'm going blind.
I don't actually know what the storyline is yet, because the idea of reminiscing on past journeys and seeing the book they've made together kind of gives me more of like a long-term relationship. Okay. But again,
yeah, you could be just as right. But however, knowing my luck, you're gonna be more correct than me. Go on.
That's just my perception. Obviously, the point in this whole thing is that we never got to finish what we prepared for each other.
But look at all the great things we did see together.
Yes, but we still had more.
Yep. So many
build
more,
up on.
So many more blank pages in the book.
That's right.
That's rough, dog. He was in love.
But he doesn't look like terrified. I think you might be right. He is holding a big backpack. Mochilero.
They're like backpackers.
Backpack. No. Is that what you call backpacking?
What did my fitness coach do years ago?
Backpacking?
Yeah. Sort of went around the world.
Yes, that was a lot of cool pictures.
Did lots of shit, like just stayed in little hotels, hostels, people's houses.
You know what? I don't have the courage to do that,
yeah,
but
dude,
I love the idea.
Yeah,
I love the idea. It's like, yes, the freedom of it, but I do not have the guts.
Plus, I also like a nice hotel.
Me too.
Like, you know
Indoor plumbing. Why not?
yeah. And like
no freezing to death or dying in the street
or bothering other people. I don't want to do that. Like, because I know also in different parts of the world they're so welcoming.
Yes.
You know, and they're like, "We'll take you in. Don't worry." It's like, mate, I know you mean well, but it's
I feel like a burden.
But I eat like a fucking hippo, you know. So it's like,
and I'm eating all of your food.
And I like to work out in the middle of the night, you know. I like to do crazy shit all the time. I don't want to bother your kids or you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't. Again, I love the idea. Like, in my head, I am this carefree wild woman that travels the world, but in reality, I'm like, no,
please.
Disease.
Please, concierge, please.
Carry my bag, you know? I'm a poor person with a rich mentality. Okay. I am so sorry. Ay, papa.
We were just doing a show. We've been, playing all these weeks.
Bar tours, baby. Bar tours.
And, yeah, I mean, I told you guys, it's been a while since I was drumming heavy, so...
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Baby hands. It's alright.
Are you okay?
Be a man.
This is the look. How pretty. Okay, I love... Oh, you go, girl. Damn, she downed that whiskey like it was nothing. Question, though. Why do we have such a 4x4 feel to the beat? When it's very optimistic compared to the images that we're getting. Also, I think this is a memory. I don't think this is, like, happening in the moment.
Go on.
Yeah, I think this is a memory.
You could be right. No, it's not. She's beautiful. She's getting married.
Yeah, but I think this is a memory. Yeah, you see? This is how he met. He saw her for the first time. This is how. So we're going back in time.
Damn.
Yes.
See, I wouldn't have fucking figured that out.
Yeah, you see? In love.
That's why the introduction of the 4x4, because there was hope in the past. That's how they met. That's the positive energy that he's all feeling, and that's what he's trying to hold on to not fucking jump off a roof. You know, he's trying to
hold on to the good things that
happened.
Yeah.
Hold on to them for dear life.
Okay, so they met in this wedding, and then they traveled together after. That's like, so far. That's
maybe that because a lot of new couples do that, don't they? They get married and then let's travel the world.
But they're not getting married.
But maybe they did it with someone else, with them,
with the couple that was getting married.
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know.
Great point. Oh my God. Look at us, just totally.
Turns out, like when we watched Majirao Mastani, we were fucking wrong.
Guess what? You're wrong.
I was like embarrassing.
So embarrassed. Embarrassed. Sorry. Yes.
That's awesome. I love that tradition.
Yeah, it's the first time he sees her. Gobsmacked he is. Oh, hello. Nice to meet you. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Is this actually accurate of what a wedding looks like in India?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, fucking hell.
That's absolutely stunning.
Is that sort of what it actually looks like if you're watching from India, or because maybe you are an Indian yourself, because we do know that, you know, there's fucking people from all over the world. So, but yeah, I've never seen one. I've never been to one. I don't know what the music sounds like or anything. So.
Me neither. But if this is what it is, an accurate representation, I mean, invite me.
You know
I
what?
want to see this
Russell
in real life.
Brand and Katy Perry got married, and they did it They did it in India.
Ah,
I remember that.
that's beautiful.
Yeah, I remember that. I mean, I'm not very what would you call it? Pop culture.
Forward.
Not forward, informed. But I remember that because he spoke about it so much.
Right.
And I used to like his comedy work. I still do. And he was talking about it. Like, he went sort of India, and then he said, like, it's beautiful and all that stuff. But I never saw pictures or anything.
You know what?
Yeah, it'd be quite
That's
beautiful to get
beautiful.
married like that. Go on.
I don't know.
Do I
how
have to
it's
get married
received.
to an Indian girl?
Yeah, I don't know how that would be received, but I think if we, cause what's his name? Nick Jonas and Priyanka
Priyanka,
Chopra.
right?
They got married.
That's because Priyanka is.
Exactly, but I don't know if that's the usual
Right, right,
rule. I don't know.
Or is it more of a religious thing?
Yeah, again,
Like, is it Hinduism?
Listen.
Lots
so
of
many
questions,
so many
apologies.
questions here. It's absolutely stunning. Oh. No. This is not back in time. This is in real time. Because he's got pain in his eyes and she's not looking at him. I like her. Or is it? Bro, I don't know. Where are they? What is that? Is that a blessing? What?
I think so. I think it's the gem.
No, but he was like dropping something on her forehead.
cool.
It wasn't really like marking it. I don't know. It looked like a blessing. Right. Oh, Curly. Everybody's crying.
Oh! Again, this is so interesting because, again, it does turn 4x4 once more, right? And it sort of creates this illusion of hope. But the hope is maybe he just needed a hug. You know, he just needs to hold on.
Broken.
But he's seeing maybe what he had dreamt of with this girl through his mates. You know, but the song does a really good job of, again, these kind of undulations. They're changing between the singers. What are their names again? Apologies. Tochi and Rekha, or Rekha. That kind of change of dynamics, both with the male and the female sort of voices, plus the undulation of the female ones, is really well played in his, you know, for the sake of the story.
Yes, I agree.
And that's kind of why I think they're so much more advanced than a lot of the movies that we're so exposed to here, more in the West. They don't really pay attention to that much.
Well, to begin
Musical.
with, the vocals actually play such an important role in this particular type of songs, because even though the chord progression of the track and the way the song has been arranged is quite uplifting, a bit of like a pop forward ballad, you actually can hear a lot of disdain and pain and nostalgia through the vocal melody and key which the singers are singing in, which is not common outside of the Indian music industry. At least I haven't been exposed to it before.
I do encourage you. I want to do make that remark that, you know, the more we've progressed doing this type of stuff, reviews and stuff, we found that breaking them down, the deeper we go, is actually the more enjoyable for us.
Yes.
But one of the things we do off camera is actually, after doing this, we do check out the full song, just kind of like more continuous form. And if this is your first time checking out this, I would highly encourage you to
go back to the original.
Go to the original and kind of give it a, you know, a more continuous listen, obviously, and then maybe even return to the video, and then you can kind of see where we're kind of coming from, and more of the more in-depth breakdown. But in this manner, I don't know. I find it so much more fucking enjoyable. And then
Yes.
when we do end up watching the movies, like there's a couple we have to watch as well. In our own time. It's like, so that's why I got that. Like, you see then in, chronologically what the movie and the score was trying to attempt to do, so that then when you watch a 4-minute video on it,
A little
you can
isolated.
kind of
Yes.
understand, because that's not us being smart. That's Pritam painting the picture for us,
That's
but
right.
guiding us in the hand,
Yeah.
musically speaking, and then the directors with color choices, symbolism, acting. Obviously, the actors doing their role. It's them taking us by the hand in this journey, even if there is a language barrier. And then when you actually dive in deeper with the lyrics and stuff like that, and then end up watching the movie, I don't know. It's a really enjoyable experience, at least to us. So I hope you guys
totally
enjoyed
agree.
it as well. It seems you guys are also for that forever grateful. See, God.
It's okay, I'm okay. Girl, hi. What is this hope in her eyes? What is this? What does it mean?
Go on.
People, I am confused.
Icon.
See, but the background, the music itself is so lively and is so uplifted and is such a brilliant major key. There is a guitar riff behind it. I just don't get the juxtaposing of images. I need to read the lyrics.
Put it left, because there is a bit of a distortion in the guitar, so that, it can exemplify kind of the crying feeling and this this feeling of this distortion.
This is the climax of the song, though,
Go on.
right?
Yeah,
There's definitely distortion in the guitars. Yeah.
the breaking point.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it's time to go. That's what that
Is the
lets me
moving
know.
on?
It's
Yeah.
keep going.
Is the movie? Yeah, slow fade. You're in the airport. Yeah.
However,
Christmas.
it's remained hopeful. So obviously, this isn't the last scene of the movie. It is like, and
Somewhere-
now if the movie is 2 hours, this is an hour and 30 minutes in. This is the big moment. This is where all chips are against you, all odds are against love, and love does somehow manage to find a way. But I get the feeling this is one of those fucking movies where it doesn't end well.
You know what?
It ends in a realistic manner, because that's the other thing. Like, I remember something like that. Well, I've never been in a marriage and then the girl I liked
Was
was in there, and maybe it even
Ceremony.
reminded me of the things. I've never been in that situation, but I've been in a situation where there's so much pain that you can't even look at her in the eyes. That shit just destroys you. I don't.
Yeah.
It's so rough. I don't even like talking about it. Let's fucking move on. But I've
breaks into
yeah,
tears.
that situation there, that scene is so fucking hard.
Now I'm really curious about the lyricism, because why were there so many juxtaposed visual images as well as the obvious continuation of the track? So you get a really open sequence of scenes, right? But they're so bright and they're so warm color. The color palette never changes really. You only get hints of blue here and there, but it's very warm looking. Therefore, you get this constant of brightness, of good memories, good times.
Look, I'm just reading at it.
Yes.
How's this selfish of yours, that you pick neither sun nor the shade? How is this selfishness of yours, that your feet don't stay anywhere? How is this selfishness of yours, that you pick neither the sun or the shade? So maybe he's just a traveller. He can't settle.
Yes, but this is her.
That's what I mean.
This is the female voice,
Yeah, so
right?
maybe that is his problem.
Yes.
Go down, mate.
I just want to see if there was any. Normally, there's like a legend that says the director and stuff.
You tried being your own god and crossed all 7 seas, but still your heart is dry. Why is it so? Oh Kabira, believe me. Oh saint, believe me. Come, your shadows are calling you back. Oh Kabira, believe me. I wonder what that means. Maybe Kabira is the woman? Or maybe it's a god?
Maybe it's a god?
You're so ruthless and unfaithful. That broken cot, that cool breeze awaits you. That milk cream, that earthen pot awaits you. That broken cot, that cool breeze awaits you. That milk cream, the earthen pot awaits you. How's the selfishness of yours? Neither salt nor sugar fit on your tongue. That's a nice.
Oh, beautiful.
How's this selfishness of yours that you've forgotten old love? Hey, carefree person. Hey, happy person. You're a storm of wind. You are depressed within yourself. Why is it so? So I think he's dealing with his own demons in the sense of he could have stayed, but he chooses not to.
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck? Because that's just what people do. You know what I mean? And oh god, that is such a relatable fucking story. Turn this video off, bro. What the fuck? That is so tough. That's so rough.
Are you broken now?
Not broken. It's just, wow, what a fool I was as well. But you know what I mean? It's just, that's so weird, right? Because it's like you'll do what you will always do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Like I'm just currently reading a book that's in a moment. There was a passage, and he said something like, "It doesn't matter where you are, you're always you." And sometimes it's not the surroundings that's the problem. Sometimes it's you and your perspective and how you see the world that actually changes your...
I mean, we certainly know, thanks to psychology and
science and stuff.
And literature, that you can for sure change yourself. That's definitely, that's a fact. What you're today doesn't mean that that's what you have to be tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Right? And you hold hope onto that. And maybe that's what the juxtaposition of the musical composition was.
Maybe that's what this is the moment of realization. Maybe
this is the moment he can change.
Exactly. The breaking point.
Well, fuck me. Let us know what you guys thought about it. Very, very rough piece. Very good though. And
very
I like a lot
beautiful.
those singers.
Gosh. Such a beautiful musical composition though. It's so bright, it's so uplifting. Even though it has a really open and a very obvious disdain in the nostalgia, in the pain, in the reminiscing and what ifs and could have beens, but in the complete in the completion of the piece itself, if you were listening to it alone, you could make your own movie, right? Because it's so self-descriptive, even if you don't really understand the lyrics as they were sung. But obviously, when you read them through, it adds so much value to the whole piece. Honestly, 10 out of 10 for me.
Let us know what you guys thought about it. And once more, thank you for watching.